You can do this. One of the most used phrases ever to motivate people to do things they never thought were possible. But what does it really mean? Does it take into consideration my disability? Does it take into consideration my finances? I've asked these questions over and over as I've grown up. The only answer I've come across that makes any sense is another question. Do I have the willpower to do this? It's not about what we struggle with. It's not about what we don't have. It's about what we do have. And we have willpower. We have love and support from friends and family. We want to see things and experience things. We are not traveling with disabilities. No, we are traveling with special abilities. So come, join us with your special abilities.
Hi, everybody. How's everybody tonight? Let's see, what's today? Thursday? Hank, let me check.
Thursday morning.
Thursday morning. Early morning with Lorraine. Yeah, I figured, Ron's been going for a couple of weeks now, and he's been going longer and longer when his first intention was to go a couple of times a week for an hour, and now he's going for hours every night. So I'm like not filling in, but taking up the slack so he can quit when he's ready. And me and Kenny are always awake. I'm not sure if Kenny's awake right now or what he's doing, but he wasn't up on Ron's when I left. So it might just be me and maybe me and Rebecca. Hang on one second. I'm sorry, technical difficulties. Yeah, so we're excited to talk and see everybody. Let's see, Peace Dragon. Hi, William. How are you? Laughing up a storm. That's Sean's words. What did Sean say? Did I miss Sean? Oh, Sean. What did Sean say? Something on Ron's life? I wish I had heard that. Don't know what happened. But anyway, Sean's invited up. I'm not quite sure. Let me pin the link to the top of the comments here. If I figure out how to do that. Post comment. And paste. And there we go. So anybody who wants to come up can come up. That would be awesome. What did Sean say? Oh, you're bored. Why are you bored? No one wants to talk about food tonight and all your weird concoctions for food. We're having Italian chicken sausage macaroni bake. That's what we're having for dinner tonight. So, how was everybody's day today? I slept most of the day. I was exhausted. Probably still am, but don't look that bad, I don't think. Yeah. Asked a question about Destination Delight and got blocked over at Ron's yesterday. Oh, that's funny. Ha! That is funny. I didn't hear about that one. It's getting vicious over there. Never know what's gonna go on. Oh, did you get blocked? William? You know, you gotta watch what you say. You can't get rated X or anything that's too graphic, you know. That could be part of the reason right there. Maybe whatever you said was a little graphic. I don't know. You know, I've noticed there's a bunch of people like not on anyone's live, like Hildy and John Chalker. I don't know what happened with John Chalker. I have been glad to see Victoria May around a little bit more. You know, it's nice to see Tim up. Ray, oh my gosh, it was nice to see Ray up on Ron's live tonight. You know, it's going to be summer soon and everybody's traveling. Even with the gas prices, people are still traveling. And you would think that they wouldn't be traveling as much. But anyway, I wanted to talk a little bit about the group cruise. Our group cruise. Let me see here. Hi, William.
Hello.
Hey, William.
Like so. What's better?
Are you drawing something today, William? Have you been?
No.
No, not today.
Not today.
Are you feeling better? Are you feeling better, hon?
Yes and no.
Well, it's sad. I really feel bad about your kittens there. That was not fun. Yeah, I had a rescue. I used to own a rescue, and you go through and you see a lot of animals not make it, and it's hard. You know, that I wanted to be a veterinarian, but I couldn't put animals to sleep, and it made me heartbroken to see them pass away. But yeah, that's why I had an animal rescue, because people just treat them like they're garbage. They just throw them away like they're not worth anything. And I have had a couple of pets that I rescued. You know, people do it just throwing them away. And how many service animals or animals capable of being service animals that would save a person's life have been euthanized because they're just a number, you know? It's really crazy. You know, I'm all for spay and neutering. I want people to spay and neuter their animals, but to just euthanize them because somebody didn't come within 24 hours to pick them up, or they give them 24 hours for rescue to put in a claim number on them. You know, it's not enough time. And I know that's overcrowded, but I don't know, there's got to be some sort of laws put in place to be more stringent so that people don't just dump their animals places to drop them off, and free spade and neutering. Why not? Right?
Most of the animals I save are ones that have been abandoned on the road or badly injured.
Yeah, mine too. Yeah. Yep, the ones I rescue are too. The last cat I got, a lady was driving by our ranch and threw the cat out the window. Just we watched her just throw it out the window, and it come running up to me and like held on to me like, "Don't let me go! Don't let that lady have me." You know, people treat people bad enough. People treat animals 10 times worse.
Well, the last kitten I tried to save had a zip tie wrapped around its stomach, about cutting up all the circulation, had almost all of the organs dying in it, and somebody had poured some sort of liquid into the kitten's eyes and removed the eyes.
Oh, that's
So we just
horrible.
put the cat to sleep because it was suffering already.
Yeah. There's no way to fix that. Yeah, people are just really, really cruel. Have you heard or seen Kenny?
Yes, I can watch him. I can talk to him on email, but other than that, I am muted.
Wow, that's crazy. That's kind of silly. I don't understand. I know you try and be funny, and I know that you're trying to get along with everybody, and people have a hard time understanding your humor. And you just have a dry kind of humor, and you're so creative in your brain. It's working so much faster than everybody else's. It's hard to slow it down, and they don't understand that. They don't get you. I have a son who's got issues where and I have ADHD, so my brain works faster than my mouth could even keep up, you know.
Mm-hmm.
It's not fair because everybody has some sort of disorder. They just don't always admit to it.
And the thousands of ideas in my mind also connect to my books.
Right. I have a girlfriend who writes like you, the sort of dark side stuff, and she's a really good writer and gets published. But she's the nicest person you ever want to meet. But she has her book ideas are really dark.
The four I have are pretty on the rated R side.
Oh, okay. Hey, creativity comes in all forms.
I have about 10 that are light-sided and 4 that are very dark and very gruesome.
Yeah. Well, as long as you just write about it and that's not what you think of humanity in general, that's good.
Most of my books that I make in dark side themes are on different realities. They're not on this road.
Right. They're not what you see as real life. There's what you see in a different reality. No, I get that. That's how my girlfriend writes too.
They are the extreme nature of what would happen if the British took control, or if the government took over.
Well, look at Stephen King, okay? He's the nicest guy you ever wanted to meet, but all his writing and all of his movies are dark. That doesn't make him a bad guy. He's a super nice guy, and he would never harm a fly. That's just his creative self,
Mm-hmm.
And there's a line. There's a differentiate between reality light side and fantasy dark side, and as long as you know that balance and that you keep it a different reality and don't let it bleed into your reality, you're good. And people will pay money for that. Like I said, look at Stephen King. He's a shining example of a genius who can create the scariest. I won't read his stuff. I won't read. I've met him in real life. I've had ice cream. My kids have hung out with him. We've gone trick-or-treating to his house in Maine. But, I won't watch his movies. I won't read his books because I'm I'm a scaredy cat. I won't even go into a haunted house.
I have read about 4 of his books multiple times.
Yeah. He's creative, isn't he? He's really good.
And then I just follow where my dream takes me.
There you go.
Because most of my books are connected to the strange dreams I have.
Yeah. Well, better get them out on paper.
On computer.
On computer. I know, I'm old, okay, on paper. We used to write our books on paper.
I tried that and my writing was very sloppy.
Yeah. Well, that's a sign of a genius, too. Sloppy writing. Look at all the doctors you can't read their prescriptions.
Nice thing about the computer, it has the spell check and fixes the language and the words that I have no idea how to spell.
Then what he said. He's trying to be quiet because his family are asleep. When you get too close to your microphone, it's starting to sound alien. My daughter couldn't understand anything you said, but I was reading your lips.
Good.
Good. Well, I have a brother-in-law who's deaf, and I've had other family members who are deaf. So even if you distort your voice and it's synthesized, I read lips. So.
Good. Excellent.
Who else is out there who's watching us? Come on up and say hi. Now they're gone. It's like somebody popping in and popping out. I don't care if no one shows up. I'm up here because I want to be up here.
Slow poor computer.
Oh, that's funny.
Oh, where did I put that?
Did you wake a family member? Did you wake your dad up?
Let's not talk about that.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Okay. I'm looking through my sketchbook portfolio.
Okay. Just make sure it's appropriate for YouTube, okay?
Most of them are my strange creatures I have thought of.
Cool. I like your dragons and stuff. Oh, that's good. I like that. That's really good. Is that extra legs coming or arms? Is he stepping on someone?
You mean the sealed?
Oh, no, over here. Yeah, what's that over there? On your left arm.
Left arm.
What, down the bottom? Yeah, what's that? No, further down.
This?
On his legs.
Oh, that's his pants.
Oh, those are hands. Okay.
He has an octopus atop his head.
Yeah, that's cool. I like that. Oh, thank you, Fordman. Are you coming up? Kenny? You coming up, Ken?
Hello.
You shared the live stream out. Come on up, Ken.
There's on.
We're just hanging out
Massive
back,
creature.
chatting.
So this creature is from my one of my darker books.
Okay. Oh yeah, check that out. That's cool. Is that like razor armor on the set as a hat or his head, or describe what it is, honey.
You have an octagon face with a feet, a mouth down there, eyes right there, and then two
Horn.
little tentacles. Those are arms
Okay.
for grabbing hold of people's minds.
Okay,
And
cool.
those absorb the person's internal organs. Then more legs to control their body movements.
I like that. That's cool. And free, aha. That child will work. Okay, cool.
He finds the weakest of the weak of the humans and then transforms them into his personal army.
Oh, okay.
So what do you want now, you dummy? No, you did my background. Okay. Oh, one. Two. There we go. Go in. You slowpoke. Oh, he's dead.
So I'm here. So that's all of that book, huh?
I'm looking for a Pacific creature and I'm not seeing him.
Oh, okay. Hello, everybody who just entered the chat. Welcome.
See if we can get it.
Anybody can come up and say hi.
There you go.
Hi, Koba the koala.
Now, I do not know what this is going to book.
That's that will you did, right? I can't read what you wrote, but I can see you've been writing a lot. Ghost of Rainforest. Okay. Oh, cool. Yeah, we can only read the half of the paragraph, but it looks interesting.
How far down do I need to go?
You need to go left or right because it's not down that we can't see. It's not centered. Let me make you the other way. The other way. I made you big on the screen. Whoop. Oh, we're back up at the whale. Now we're down at the bottom. A little more to your left. There we go. Now go up a little teeny bit. There we go. Now we can read it. Rebecca's reading it.
Okay, thank you for stating that.
Turn your phone sideways and you'll be able to see it bigger.
Oh, true.
Oh, yes. Ah.
Oh, whale.
Got a close-up of your whale.
Oh, hello.
A little closer now.
No.
A little to the left. There you go.
That just made everything small. Hold on.
Well, that looks like it's pretty good. Now, do you ever try and get them published, William?
When they are done, sure.
Oh, cool. How many got done? Have you finished any?
None.
None.
Not one bit.
You gotta finish one. Come on now.
I follow my dreams. When my dreams want to flip to another one, I follow the dream.
I don't blame you. I don't blame you. That's a good idea. Why not be a free spirit while you can?
Mm-hmm.
Definitely.
Okay. Back to this. Minimize. Okay. I wonder. Boom. Right, better declare.
So we got 4 people in chat. We know we got Koba the Koala. Who else is out there? Come on, speak up. Don't be shy. So if you look at yesterday's live stream, down in the description, I put the link to Instagram to Sew Cargo, my friend who does all that sewing. I also put the link to Awesome Possum and their videos and their description. Cindy Spiker for the group cruise. Anybody wishing to go on the group cruise, why don't I, if you don't mind, William, I'm gonna run the group cruise video here if I got it. Let's see. Yeah. Okay, we're back. So that's the group cruise, everybody. So anybody wanting to go, it is October 15th through the 23rd out of Miami to all those destinations that were just shown on that video. Anybody interested in going? We still have a lot of openings, a lot of fun. It's not just for cruisers. It's for anybody in the travel genre, any RV, camper vans, any nomads, anybody who just wants to go and not be alone on a cruise, wants to meet up and get to know some new people. We've been locked up and everybody needs to meet some nice new people, and everybody who's going on that cruise are really special people. They're very talented, very nice, very welcoming. So yeah, come join the fun. Check out down the description below. I'll be posting Cindy Spiker's travels down there. And then after the cruise, we'll be going to Disney, and I will have the schedule of what park we'll be in when, and then we're gonna have a meet and greet with Kenny at Disney Springs, I believe. I wrote the date of that meetup, and it'll be in front of Art Smith's, and I can't think of the date offhand, but that will also be down in the description. So we're working on a lot of projects. We're getting ready for the cruise, getting ready for Disney. When we come back, we'll be starting to look at buses and get our bus ideas going, and start looking for buses again, so we can get on the road and be able to travel different places and destinations and off the beaten path kind of places, secret hideaways that people wouldn't necessarily go. We like caves, we like mining, we like looking for gemstones. In New Hampshire, there's a place that you can get crystals and mine mica. I forget the name of it, but I will let you know when we go there. We'll go gold mining. We're going to go to Dinosaur National Park and dig up some fossils. Won't that be fun? That'd be pretty cool, huh? We're going to go to, we are definitely going to the Grand Canyon. We're going to do the South Rim, the donkey rides to the bottom. We're going everywhere from Canada, all around the United States. We'll be living permanently full-time on the road from our bus. So we got a lot to look forward to.
How does your daughter do with dog stuff?
How does my daughter do with dog stuff? She loves dogs.
Dog.
Dark.
Very gruesome writing.
She likes dark stuff. She likes well, I think she's gonna let you know. I think I see her texting over there.
I was gonna say something about something else. But yeah.
I'm talking a little closer, and
okay.
William can hear you.
What was the question?
How dark
Do
can
I
you
like
handle?
dark stuff? Like
Yes.
art and gore and weird and
I've just found one of my
alternative
older pieces of paper that I have took a picture of and stuck on my computer that are
Yeah, she
pretty
was
dark.
watching on her phone. The monster kind of animals and creations.
It's called Blood Archer.
What they call it in English.
Oh.
alternative gore.
Okay. I don't know. I mean, it was very well executed. I think it had a lot of character and uniqueness about it.
This, as you can see, this creature or this person is called Blood Archer, that he drinks the blood of his victims. Sort of like a vampire, but with an arrow.
I'm gonna have to look at the delay. Don't mind me, please.
Yeah, she's on the delay.
I'm gonna be on the delay to see anything.
Well, she goes on DeviantArt. Are you familiar with DeviantArt?
I haven't been on DeviantArt in an age.
Yeah, she hasn't been on in a while, but
I have tried that, and we rejected all of my art.
oh, I think maybe she's moved on from there. I don't know. I can't keep up with my daughter.
I'm not online as much as I once was. I mean, I'm creative, but I don't share much. So it'd be cool to look at other people's art and, appreciate that. But to post my own things would probably be something different. Wait, oh, that's what he was showing me.
Now, my son draws anime and
Hold on, something about ketchup. I didn't read that.
what?
No, the thing he was showing me finally popped up. I was talking and I didn't even pay.
Oh,
Oh, well. Interesting. Can't hardly read it.
That's how bad my spelling is without the computer.
Okay.
she's trying, William. She's trying.
No, I just couldn't get a good look at it, that's all.
Yeah, my son does tribal art. My son does anime. He does cartoon characters, superheroes, like Game of Thrones, all the kind of different kinds of gaming, superhero kind of things. He draws quite a bit, but not now. He's got a full-time job, but when he had nothing to do, he was doing quite a bit of that. He drew his own tattoo, so he has a tribal wolf on his arm tattoo that he drew out himself. Came out really, really well. Yeah, it's cool. And then we go to concerts that are a little unusual for different than what our group usually listens to. Like Dope, Static X, what was the last one we went to?
You've only gone to
I've gone to Dope, Static X, and the last one, Avatar. Avatar was great. Then we were supposed to go again to see, was it Avatar? But
no, we were gonna go see actually Dope and Static X again.
That would be the third time.
Then Mushroom Head was actually going to be at the show also. Finally. So we were just gonna go again to see them all. But they postponed until next year.
Because I guess all of Static X, got COVID.
I think that was the middle of last tour. Or for the European dates for Static X. But I know they're actually still going to the festival somewhere with another few other bands. I don't remember offhand.
But now it's 6 months until the cruise, so we're not going to do any other kind of concerts or anything now, because now we're just putting 100% of our extra finances into making sure not only that we pay everything up, but we have extra money to be able to relax and buy and do whatever we want to do without worrying about financial constraints, you know?
There you are.
There you are. What'd you find?
Void Claw, my darker Wolverine creature that is 12 foot tall.
Oh, cool. Is it something you can show or no?
Hopefully
Ooh, I like that. Can't see the top. Oh, there we go. Oh, that's good. I like that. That came out really well. That's awesome. Good job.
he is a superhero for the British.
That's awesome. I like that. Definitely.
In other words, in this reality with him, World War One and Two was defeated by him. The Germans were used as food to him, so
Oh,
the
okay.
Americans never dealt with the Germans.
Cool. Yeah, that's cool. It's nice to see creativity, you know?
And the next person.
I'm gonna end at an hour. We've been going for 43 minutes, so in about about 2 a.m. we're gonna go because we got dinner in the oven. And we only got 4 people in the audience, so.
Where are you if you have dinner in the oven?
Well, Rebecca works till midnight, 11 to midnight, and then on weekends she works till they don't close till midnight, so she doesn't get home till 1 a.m. So we don't eat dinner at 5 or 6 or 7 in the afternoon or early evening. We eat dinner at midnight. So we're on a different eating schedule and sleeping schedule than most people. That's why Kenny and I.
Okay.
That's why Kenny and I are used to staying up. Kenny just, I'm an insomniac anyway. It takes me till like 6 in the morning to get tired and fall asleep.
Okay. Yeah.
Some people are night owls.
Yeah, like me.
Like us, yeah. Definitely. You can see where your hat was. It's a headband thing. My daughter's right in front of me. Like I could reach out and touch her elbow.
You can do that.
And she looks exhausted. That's why she doesn't want to come up on camera. Because she looks worn out and tired. She just wants to eat and
I work at 2.
yeah, so she'll eat and play Animal Crossing and then go to sleep.
Minecraft, Animal
Minecraft, Animal Crossing. Yeah, Mind Crossing. We're Mind Crossing.
That'd be cool.
That would be a good name for a game, Mind Crossing. Definitely. That's how my mind is lately.
Oh, you're being a slow poke again.
Just when everybody else fell asleep, we're awake. Yeah, we're not gremlins. You can feed us after midnight. Maybe we are gremlins and you should feed us after midnight. No, we're mugwai until you feed us after midnight. Kenny cracked up. I said I was a weeble, and he didn't know what a weeble was. He's like, "What's a weeble? Oh my god!"
Poor fellow.
He's such a good kid. He tries so hard. Ooh, gosh, I love yachting.
Oh, where is he? Where is that book?
So let's see, what else are we doing? So we're going to Disney, and then we're flying Kenny home. As Kenny said, he wanted us to fly him home, even though he's used to flying now. But he wants us to come with him. So that's cool. I like that. Maybe I'll get to meet Pa that way. That would be good. And then we'll fly home and change gears and get more into looking for the bus, getting the bus started and working on the bus and our next adventures after that. So we're excited, even though we're too worn out right now and concentrating on the trip to on the cruise and the trip to kind of look that far ahead. But that's the plan, man.
And you guys are gonna have fun.
I think so. I think we're gonna have a good time. I think I love cruises. I've done a lot of cruises actually, and Rebecca's done one, I think. One. This will be her second one. But I've done quite a bit. And so she's looking forward to that. Totally different cruise line, totally different ship, totally different people. We went by ourselves, but going with the group is so much more fun because you're not trying to figure things out on your own. You've got people to talk to. You already know it's going to be like one big party. It's not just a cruise, it's a party. Hi, Ron Raid. Hi, guys. Welcome in. Hi, Fairy Dust. Who else is coming, Fairy Dust? I was wondering how long Ron would go till he pooped himself out.
Oh, come on. No, you're not going to do it.
We're just hanging out with William here looking at some of his art, which is fun. So, Fairy Dust, you got the schedule, but you're not sure how many days you'll be able to, or if you're going to be able to be in Orlando, right? Is that the case? Fairy Dust, why don't you come up? I pinned the link. Oh, they're still chatting. Okay.
What the two chap? No more.
Now, Fairy Dust, you were with Kenny at Quartzsite. That must have been fun. I wanted to go to Quartzsite. I just didn't have. I would have been like Kenny, having to stay in a hotel.
Fine. I'll do it the hard.
Well, that's cool. Yeah, I'm cooking we eat like Fairy Dust, so I got a macaroni bake in the oven with Italian chicken, like Italian sausage, but they're made out of chicken. Mozzarella, provolone, and Parmesan, elbow macaronis, and gravy sauce, marinara. From October to December, but the Disney stuff depends. Yeah. Fairy Dust, I told you I have empty beds at the condo, right?
There you are, my dear.
Oh, that one's nice. I love that one. That one's awesome. I love the colors. What a good job.
Human cargo container zipper compared to this creature.
Oh, yeah. I see how small the cargo container is, so that's huge. Well, I like the size comparison. I'm glad you told me that was a cargo container.
And this creature eats 2 great white sharks a day.
Yummy.
Whole.
Yeah, I like that. That's really colorful. That's pretty cool. Yeah. So it's got a Italian sausage, and elbow macaroni, and then sauce, and then it's kind of layered, almost like a lasagna, sort of layer baked. Yep, but we eat late because Rebecca gets home from work late. So 8 people in the chat. Anybody wants to come up? The link is posted at the top, or I'll put it again. Here we go. I'll drop it again. Oh my goodness, that's going to be one of those things. Wait a minute. I make everybody Disney, yeah. Put Disney on my brain. Kenny, hey guys. Kenny, come on up. Yeah, I like Italian food a lot. I like a lot of Italian food. All that talk about pizza on Ron's channel made me hungry. I think Sean was up here for a minute. I don't know where Sean went.
I don't know.
Who knows? Who knows? Who knows? Who knows? I already played the group cruise clip. Sorry, Kenny, you missed that music. Maybe I'll play the Helping Hands for Cruising. You want to hear that one, Kenny? Is that your favorite song too?
Mhm.
Oh my goodness. We went from 6 people to 4 people. Yeah, Rebecca's here, guys. Rebecca's actually here.
Hello.
Put a 1 in the chat so you can hear her. She's behind the camera, on the other side of the camera.
I am behind the scenes.
Okay. So this is a tree that I'm trying to show you that absorbs the oil from the ground.
Oh, that's cool. It kind of looks like a scorpion tail. You know what I mean? Like a scorpion. I like that.
That's
the
name.
I can't quite see that. But I'm blind. I'm not wearing my glasses. Not even sure where my glasses are at right now.
Does your sister see it?
My daughter?
Your daughter?
Rebecca, can you see that, or is it backwards?
I'm on delay.
Oh, she's on delay. Wait a minute. Give her a minute.
Give her a minute.
Give her a minute. She's just getting there now.
I am.
Yeah, he's gonna pick it up in a minute. It's like a little bit of a delay. Quite a bit of a delay, actually.
Oh yeah, okay.
Roy and Becky's Travels. Hey guys, how's it going? Why don't you guys come up and tell me what the last thing you did was? Where you been, what you've been up to?
You can tap into it and get free and perfect gas for your vehicles.
I can look up the Food and Wine Festival. Any questions you have, Fairy Dust, about Disney? I'm like a wealth of knowledge. Yeah, didn't you guys just come back from somewhere, Roy and Becky? Just climbed into bed. Oh, all right. Thank you, Roy. Yeah, let Becky go to sleep. Well, you're welcome to come up anytime. You and Becky just let me know and we'll schedule it. You can private message me through Facebook, or you can get a hold of me through Travelingwithspecialabilities at gmail.com, all one word. Let me know. I'd love to have you. Oh, that kind of looks like the lizard man that actually, that almost looks like the lizard man or swamp monster or something. Brain fried and in bed. I'm brain fried in bed and sitting up on a live. Oh, I like that. Yeah, that's cool, William. You can call me during the day, Fairy Dust. You know how to call me. You got my number, or you can call me through Facebook Messenger. Yeah, hit me up for anything you need. I've been going to Disney since I was 13 years old. I'm now 60 years old, so ask me about Disney. Ask me anything about Disney. I try and keep up with all the new stuff. Things change every day with Disney. And I've always been a Disney fanatic. I'm waiting for my partner, Kenny. Kenny. You got a tablet there, William?
The new iPhone
Oh,
with the stylus.
iPhone with the stylus. Don't tell my son he'll want one. He loves styluses. Anything pokey. Anything with a stylus. Let's see. Private. Oh, thank you, William. Cool.
It's a Roker. Very nice. If Sean was about to admire the creature.
Yeah, the Disney app doesn't work as well as for finding out the dates for that.
This creature lives down in Australia.
Now, that looks like a dog man. Have you heard of dogmen before? They're a cryptid.
Yes, but this guy's a kangaroo man.
Oh, it's
half kangaroo, half man.
Oh, okay. Gives it that Aussie feel.
Yep.
Yep. That ought to be done, Beck, if you want. You look like you're ready to fall asleep.
I beg your pardon.
Huh?
I beg your pardon.
Oh, Rebecca's waiting for dinner to finish, but she's starting to fall asleep. So I told her to get it out of the oven and check it.
Just have one of those cold coffees and drink that.
She wants to go to sleep eventually. She's got to work tomorrow too. Yep.
Just have the Uber driver take you to work while you sleep in the car.
She works at the end of the driveway. The end of our driveway, and then she takes a left and her first left, and that's work. She can walk there, but it's not in 190 to 100 degree weather. I'm like, why not? You get into a hot car, you don't wait for it to cool off, and you drive to work. Doesn't even get the air conditioning running.
Oh well. Let me see.
So who else is lurking out there, all 5 of y'all? Somebody's lurking.
probably a lot of people
If we got 20 or 30 people, I wouldn't know there's people out there lurking, but when there's 6 people, I know they're lurking.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe they're just there for the views.
Yeah, they're there just for the views. That's what Becky said. I'm going
Very true.
to play the Helping Hands for Cruising clip so that Rebecca can give me my food. So hang on, guys. Check this one out. Anybody who you haven't heard of Helping Hands for Cruising, it's a charity to help people who are unable to enjoy a cruise in their lifetime, whether it's financial or other reasons why not. You can have somebody nominate you, fill out send us in a video explaining how you think you qualify and what your reasonings are, and let us know from there. So here we go. Check this out, everybody.
Have you ever dreamt about taking a cruise on one of them fancy boats, soaking up the beauty and the magic just to free your soul? It's floating on the ocean, just a notion that seems out of reach. One thing on your bucket list is just to go and see the beach. You wanna see the world, but something always holds you back. You got that itching feeling, but your dreams got hijacked. There's lots of people out there that never get to cruise, but Helping Hands is helping making dreams come true.
Helping Hands for Cruising, cruising. Helping Hands for Cruising, cruising. Helping Hands for Cruising, making your dream a reality.
You know you gotta do the things you've only dreamed about. Don't let anything stop you thinking you can't go all out. You can do the things you never thought were possible with Helping Hands to help you get there. Even oceans are no obstacle. You wanna see the world, but something always holds you back. You got that itching feeling, but your dreams got hijacked. There's lots of people out there that never get to cruise, but Helping Hands is helping making dreams come true.
Helping Hands for Cruising, cruising. Helping Hands for Cruising, cruising. Helping Hands for Cruising, making your dream a reality.
So if you ever dreamed about taking a cruise in one of them big old boats, soaking up that sun, feel that breeze, yeah, there is still hope. Don't let the ocean be a notion that is out of reach. Let's get together, help each other, and go see the sea. You wanna see the world, but something always holds you back. You've got that itching feeling, but your dreams got hijacked. There's lots of people out there that never get to cruise, but Helping Hands is helping making dreams come true.
Helping Hands for Cruising, cruising. Helping Hands for Cruising, cruising. Helping Hands for Cruising, making your dream a reality. Helping Hands for Cruising, cruising. Helping Hands for Cruising, cruising. Helping Hands for Cruising, making your dream a reality.
Pretty cool, huh, guys? I'll be putting the link for and the QR code for Helping Hands for Cruising charity in the description tomorrow after this goes up on YouTube. So be sure to come back and check that out. And you know, any donation, $1, 50 cents, whatever. It doesn't matter, you know, whatever you can afford. You can also sign up to pay a little bit every month if you are, you know, behooved to do so, and be able to know that you're helping someone who would never get any kind of experience like that in their lifetime for one reason or another. But it's definitely something that I enjoy being part of. Oh yeah, it's pretty easy. I got when I go to do Roy and Becky asked a question or made a statement, I should say. When I do my recorded blogs, I have it all set up to run at the end of my vlog. Sort of not my outro, but as an outro per se, with the QR codes and with the links for the PayPal and all that, and a little better description of, did you give me any mozzarella?
Um,
At the end of my recorded vlogs with the StreamYard, it's hard to incorporate it without waiting for it to post and then going back and editing. So, or maybe I'm just not good at editing before it posts. I don't know. It could be me. It could be the way it has to be done. I'm not sure. You give me a pop holder. But yeah. So I enjoy you know, that's one of the charities
you want
besides
black
the
one or
besides giving to MS Society.
which one?
The black one. Or the red one. That's, you know, some of the charities even that I enjoy donating to, and that Helping Hands for Cruising I'm a part of, and I'm proud to say that I'm a part of that. So, has the dates of a early alive, a QR code to it, and would be a great addition. Yeah, exactly. If you don't have the QR code, you can ask Donovan or Sean, or me. You know, I have it. I just gotta figure. I'm not as technically advanced as they are. Problem is like I learned something technical, and if I don't use it often enough or consistently, I forget the mechanics of it, and then I have to go back and relearn the mechanics of exactly how to use that. So, just a thing I have.
Here is the cat that I was looking for, my first rescue that didn't last for 2 years.
Okay. Oh, see, I love black cats too. That totally black, William?
Yep.
Yeah. Yeah, I've had a couple of totally black cats. One was Midnight, and then one was my daughter Rebecca's cat, and his name was Precious.
And this one's name is Blackie.
Blackie. Cool.
She died from getting shot with an arrow in
Yeah,
the year of 2010.
we just put our dog to sleep with cancer. It's hard. There's
And
so
she
many
was,
deciding factors, you know, whether it's their age and their quality of life. But let's get on
and
back onto something positive because Rebecca's eating and I don't want to upset her. Let's see, what else can we talk about that? I want to know where Kenny is. He couldn't have fallen asleep.
I don't know yet. Glad to do so.
Yeah, I expect Fairy Dust to fall asleep. But I don't expect Kenny to fall asleep unless he's been up all day doing errands and stuff. I can't cut this. It's too rubbery.
I stay.
Mozzarella sticks, who would think they were rubbery? Or mozzarella, who would think it would be too rubbery? I'm eating. A lot of people like watching people eat. I eat when I can. Sorry, guys. No, all that talk about pizza earlier made me hungry. So let's see. Yeah, I was talking about all the different foods on the cruise. Let's see. There's a steakhouse. I know there's a seafood bar of some kind. Then there's meals at the buffet, and then there's sit-down meals, dinners you get every evening. So you get assigned a table and a dining, early dining or later dining, where you sit in the dining room. And the cool thing about cruise ships is when you go from dining room to dining room, at least on the Disney cruise, you go from one dining room to the other. Like one will be themed as in like under the sea Ariel, and you go to another dining room and it's the artist studio where it's all animation like that. But I'm not sure about Carnival if they have a different theme for each dining room. But your waiter and waitresses and all that follow you from dining room to dining room. So the whole cruise, you have the same wait staff. So it encourages them to give you really good service so that at the end they're all getting a really good tip. If you had a different wait staff for each dining experience, you would feel the need to tip every night, and they don't want you to have to feel that way. They want you to not worry about it and then tip at the end so that you're enjoying your time, not worrying about money 24 hours a day constantly, which is an awesome thing about cruising. A lot of people I've talked to are like, oh, we don't like cruising. It's like being stuck in a bubble. The ship can feel that way, but you don't have that many sail days. Your port of calls, you're getting off and you are enjoying the culture. You're getting to meet the people there. They appreciate you because tourism is there. Yeah, go ahead as much as you want. Tourism is their only means of work in a lot of those places, you know. And if they don't have tourism, they can't feed their families. So that encourages them to treat you better. And they enjoy sharing their culture and their history with people. So if you like traveling, but you don't like flying in airplanes and being stuck in an airplane and then in a hotel on, say you went to, I don't know, I'll pick a country out of the top of my hat, Italy, and you go and you stay in an Italian town, you still have to pay to have somebody drive you to the sites, or you got to rent a car and go. So having one price to be able to go, eat, sleep, be comfortable, be safe, and then when you get off on the excursions, they don't just let you into a bad part of town. They make sure that your excursions are pretty darn safe. Maybe not pickpocketing safe, but drag you off and murder you safe. You're going to be safe, or hopefully, or they'll put it on and do not use that as a port of call because it's not safe enough. That's the advantage to cruising. But they don't want to bite the hand that feeds them necessarily. So, they tend to treat you a lot better. And cruising, you get to see a lot from just looking out of the ship as it comes in and out. And there's a lot to do on some of the good ships. The entertainment is Broadway level entertainment. So it's not, the comedian off the street. It's pretty good quality entertainment. A lot of them have the IMAX theaters and ice skating shows, and the show's good, and the bars are usually pretty good, and the one we're going on has craft beer, and so you get to watch them make craft beers, and they have different kinds of things you can sign up for to learn to watch the chefs put together an appetizer or a meal, or learn how mixology from the bartenders. You know, there's a lot of things you can do. Arts and crafts. You can get a tour of the ship on a lot of them. So that's why when we travel, we incorporate cruises along the way, because they're a good alternative to be able to sit, relax, and have a good time, and still get to tour places. We enjoy it. I know it's not what everybody thinks is a great thing, but we really enjoy it. We know a lot of people who do. And like I said, going on a group cruise with people you know, or people you want to get to meet, and they're going on a group cruise, what a better place to meet and party and have a good time and be safe. You know what I mean? It's fun. We really, really enjoy it. Without YouTube, we never would have been doing half of the things we enjoy doing now, because we wouldn't have been exposed to it. We've made a lot of great friends.
I second that.
I mean, I never would have met, if it wasn't for Kenny. Alright, how the progression went is, I knew, I think I met Troy, and then through Troy, I was on Mike's 24-hour live that turned into a 2-week live, turned into almost a month-long live. That's where I met a bunch of people. And I met Kenny, and without meeting Kenny, I never would have met Down Under Cruisers. Without Down Under Cruisers, we wouldn't be going on this cruise. We wouldn't be excited about planning a trip to Australia. In 2024-25. So, oh, good night, Roy. Thank you for stopping in. Yeah, let me know, or give me send me a message, and we'll plan it out, okay? Take care of yourself. I never would have met Dee. Actually, I got to tell you, I did know Dee back when she was living in her car. I used to watch, because I first started out, I wanted to be in a tiny home. And then from tiny homes, somehow I eventually ended up at Cheap RV living with Bob Wells. And then through Bob Wells, I saw Dee living in her car, because he did that interview with Dee. And then through all that, it boiled down to like trickle-down theory, or throw a rock in a pond kind of wave theory. Is one connection leads to another connection, leads to another connection, and that's networking. The YouTubers that you meet have to be willing and excited to be able to, let you be their friend, let you reach out and get to know them. Not every YouTuber does that. I know I have people I watch, they never do a live. You send them, you say something in their comments, they answer you back. Sometimes you can private message them, sometimes they'll answer you back, sometimes they won't. Some of them don't want to know their audience. They just want to, to get the clicks, actually. Even though some of them are super nice people. But meet a stranger? No, I don't want to meet anybody. You know? They're nervous about it. They don't want to try and reach out and take the leap of faith that you need. I'd rather meet people on YouTube than do online dating or not that I'm looking for a date, but you know what I mean, or meet people on Snapchat or things like that. At least you have a chance to meet them face to face. You get to spend time with them and get to know them and get to see that they met other people without being weirdos. Usually people on live chats and people like us, we are what you see. We're honest goodness people, nice people, just like we are live, you know? So it's pretty cool.
Good night, folks.
Yeah, Rebecca's going to bed. Would you put this
It's still kind of
yeah, put it in the oven for now. I'll put it away. Thank you. Yeah, you just you have a lot more ways of being safer, meeting people in groups at group meetups and things like that than you do if you meet people one-on-one. So it's an awesome medium. But people got to remember it's a business as well, you know? A lot of people forget that. And, some people do it for fun, but a lot of people do it because that's their way of earning a living. Look at Trent Nally. I don't know how many of you people follow Trent Nally, but if it wasn't for their YouTube, and that's all they do now, before, but now they have their own van build company. But everything they've gotten since they started YouTube has been YouTube driven. They've gotten their money from YouTube. Another example is Tim Track.
Jason Crocker from the Crockers.
Right.
He does all of his videos on YouTube, and that's his money.
Yep. Tim Tracker and Jen Tracker. I could go on and on. There's loads of people, and between affiliate links and things like that, and their Patreon and their PayPal, and that's where their money comes from. The YouTube itself doesn't pay enough in AdSense, but the other things that you add to it, adds up. So, well, I'm going to say goodnight. Well, we've been up here an hour and a half. I'm going to finish my dinner. Oh, wait, somebody's here. Fordman. Oh, I guess we're going to stay. Hey, Kenny, where you been?
Hey, I've been backstage.
For how long?
You just popped up. I just went pop.
I've been backstage with Kristen and Michael Ann.
Oh, with Michael Ann. Why doesn't Michael Ann come up?
And Sean, they're going to bed. They said.
Oh, why are they lurking?
I don't know. Crystal's got to get up, get her grandbaby in the morning, because her grandbaby's coming at 11 o'clock in the morning, my time. So that'd be 10 o'clock yours.
Right.
But she said she had to get to bed so she'd be able to be up in the morning.
Yeah, Rebecca has to work at 2 o'clock my time, so that would be 3 o'clock your time.
Yeah, it'd be 3 o'clock.
Yeah.
And
I don't know. So we just been yakking, talking
Yeah,
about.
I've had you running here. I've had you running. I didn't have it all the way fully, but I had it to where I could hear it, and I could still chat with them in backstage. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, yeah. That's cool. So how's your day been?
Monday's been going pretty good.
You sound tired. You tired?
No, not really. I just try. They were uh, um uh just talking. We're just trying to make a decision on whether I should um try to maybe go to M22 or not.
Oh, that's after we get back, right?
No, it's before. It's like 2 weeks before we even go on the cruise.
Oh.
Yeah, it's like September 22nd through the 26th, I believe it is.
Yeah.
But
It's
I was just told that the numbers there is really high. So
the numbers for what?
for the the McNasty.
Oh.
Yeah.
Up in Michigan. In Michigan, they're high.
Yeah.
He's reading the private chat.
I see
I
it.
did. I looked.
I would, but no, I wouldn't try that. Sorry.
I like Reese's peanut butter, and I like chocolate and ice cream. I can't
Yeah.
eat weird combinations.
Yeah.
Yeah, the COVID
But
numbers are high up there. That's what I heard too.
yeah, well, I don't like to talk about it too much because I don't want the channel to be taken down or
That
something.
won't take down my channel. Not because of COVID.
If you say, I heard that YouTube doesn't like for you to talk about stuff like that. So
I've talked about it. I have never had my channel even had a problem with it. I don't know. I think a lot of that's rumors.
But anyway,
Hypothetical humble jumbo.
but she, but I know that they said that
That the bots, the YouTube bots that look for keywords, automatically click on anybody who says the word COVID.
I don't know, but I've heard that it's
It shouldn't be one of the banned words because I watch a guy who's an economist named Steve Gardner, and he talks. He does. He talks about all that kind of stuff all the time. He's like a financial advisor, and he also talks about what's going on in the government. And he talks about everything. He doesn't get taken down. So, and he's been going for years.
I just know I've heard that any misinformation that gets told on the internet or whatever.
Oh, misinformation, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that, but you can say the word COVID. You just can't give out false information about it. But when you say, oh, I heard that Michigan's numbers are high.
Yeah. Yeah. Well,
Like,
you Crystal
can
from
have an opinion, and if they don't like your opinion, too bad.
Crystal from Dust Dwight. She said that their school district, their number, they hadn't even went back face to face yet. They're still virtual.
Well, China's going on lockdown again.
Yeah.
Whether that's misinformation or not, but I don't think so.
But
we can change the subject. So
yeah,
that's what you guys were talking about was M22.
yeah. Well, they were saying that they kind of felt like it might be a good idea for me to wait until 2023 to go then.
Yeah, that would be a good idea.
Because wouldn't want to, especially since
you would have 2 weeks between M22 and then the cruise. You wouldn't have time to recover, or it might ruin the whole cruise for you.
Yeah, in other words, if I come back and I test positive, then that's just money gone.
Right, and just because you've had 3 shots, and even if you got the 4th shot, doesn't mean that you cannot come up positive. You can. I have had one of the reasons why I've been upset for the last month is I lost 5 friends last month, and 4 of them died from COVID after having 4 vaccines, or 3 vaccines, or whatever it is. Hi, Destination Delight. How are you?
Yeah.
And that just trashed me. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I understand. And that really, the more I think about it, it might just be a good idea. At least maybe by 2023, at least maybe the numbers will be down by then.
They should be a lot better by then.
Yeah.
So, I don't care how many shots I have. I'm still going to take precautions.
Yeah.
My immune system is like trash, really bad.
Yeah.
If I catch the flu, I'm in the hospital. If I get a kidney infection, I'm in the hospital. If I get bronchitis bad enough, I end up in the hospital. I have portable oxygen here. Last night I was watching the video back again, and I watched my lips turn purple. I was having trouble breathing last night and didn't even realize. So after I did my live show, I put my oxygen on and I brought my numbers back up and then went to sleep. Yeah. During the cruiseathon, Sean put me on the spot, and it's okay. I love Sean. Love you, Sean. I know you're watching, or you will be watching on a replay, but I don't mind you asking at all. He said to talk about some of what's going on with me, what my medical status is, and I have 4, 5 different, now back again to 5 different things that could kill me. Give me a dirt bath, a dirt bed. But I find that there's people who understand, and then there's people who want to take advantage of your weaknesses.
Mm-hmm.
And the people who love me, I don't mind them knowing. But the people who want to turn it around and be mean, even though, I could show them, but why do I have to prove to mean people or idiots? Why do that would be like someone going up to you, Kenny, and going, prove you have cerebral palsy, prove that you have hydrocephalus, prove what's wrong with you.
Mm-hmm.
Just because I'm behind a camera, just because you haven't met me in person, doesn't mean I don't have the medical problems that I have. But I can't see throwing out to the public the 5 things that are terminal about me. Because I get comments like, well, everybody's terminal. I get, well, no one ever knows if they're going to wake up in the morning.
Mm-mm.
I mean, yeah, for granted, but would you walk up to a cancer patient and say, well, everybody's going to die sometime? How mean is that to tell a cancer patient? Would you walk up to your sister, your daughter, your wife who has lung cancer, breast cancer, brain cancer, whatever cancer, and go, well, suck it up because everybody dies sometime? I get that. People say that to my face. Get over it. They tell me, I got out of the car the other day with my handicap sticker, and I get in my wheelchair and they go, well, maybe if you lost weight, you wouldn't need your wheelchair. Not all illnesses are visible. Not every woman who has breast cancer has a big sign on their head that says, I'm dying of breast cancer. Not every guy dying of testicular cancer has a big sign over their head saying, I'm dying of testicular cancer, or I have a brain cancer, or be damn lucky that you don't have whatever that person has. Count yourself blessed. Those are just insecure, idiotic, poor excuses of human beings. And yeah,
Meat
I know.
bakes.
Huh?
I call them meat bakes.
Yeah. And
Bakes of stupid living water.
yeah. And I'm watching the viewership go down from 6 to 1. You know what? I'd rather have the one person who has a heart. Hi, Crystal. I would rather have the one person who has a heart watch my videos than the 4 or 5 other people who are offended by me saying that people are out there are vicious and mean to handicapped people, or even to their own fellow man or to their neighbor. Maybe if we all could manage to get along, there wouldn't be Putin trying to do what he's doing. There wouldn't be greedy people trying to steal other people's lands and not caring who they kill. You know, we're so wrapped up in our own selves. Get over it. You're not the only person alive on the earth. Be nice to someone else for a change. My rant's done, but and that's what causes my depression, is the inhumanity of humanity. How can people be so bleeping mean? That's not what we were told how we were told to act. I'm done. Anyway, Kenny. So yeah, I would my advice and my thing is I'm not going to any meetups other than the meetup before the cruise, of course, and the meetup that we're having at Disney Springs. After we get back, I'm not going to any meetups till after the bus is built. I promised Troy I would go up to Oregon, so I don't know when 20 whatever the Oregon meetup's going to
It will probably be like it is this year, probably around the first part of June.
And then I want to go to Quartzsite.
And that's going to be in January.
Yeah, hopefully I can get my bus done by then.
I'm hoping to have some work done on the van by then, hopefully.
Other than the I showed you the porta potty you can get at Walmart for pretty cheap, and you just dump it out once a day, or you just take it into a restroom and dump it, rinse it and dump it. Or you can put chemicals in it, like it's a blue liquid.
I thought about doing like the like what they did out there in Quartzsite. They had like a bucket with wood chips or whatever.
Yeah. That's what
wood chips and I think it was wood chips and cat litter. I think.
Yeah.
All you need is some wood chips and some kerosene and
June 10th through the 17th this year.
Oh, okay.
That's the
Oregon meetup. We won't be able to do that till you're not going to Oregon either, right?
No.
So that won't be. We won't be able to do that.
I want to try to go to the one that we're having here. That's through that other channel that I was telling you all about before, Big Joe and Malia's World.
Right.
I don't know, but I don't know if she's actually going. I need to get a hold of Malia and ask her.
Yeah.
If she's actually still planning on having it, because if y'all that are in their Facebook group or whatever, Malia's sister just had a stroke the day before yesterday. Not yesterday, but the day before yesterday. And she's in ICU, so so
that's hard.
And usually, with that ICU is usually not good.
No, not normally. No.
Not normally.
Did you see about the fires in Gatlinburg?
Yeah, I've been hearing about that. And about wildfires and things like that, and things, and thankfully to those that were there in those cabins, they got out safely.
Well, the ones we know of, yeah. The people we are familiar with, yeah.
Well, Crystal was telling me, said that her most of her family
had 2 cabins, right? Yeah.
Most of her family was in that. They got out just in time. They only left like a few little minor things during those
left behind in the cabin. Yeah,
like a pillow and some chargers and things like that.
But, that can be replaced. Your life can't.
Yeah, but they actually got out in time and escaped. They got out with their luggage, their cars, and everything else. So they got out in time. But then they not only had to evacuate one cabin once, they had to evacuate another cabin twice.
Second one, yeah. Yeah,
So
that's hard. That's difficult.
yeah.
I know, because even though a wildfire is different from a hurricane, but they still destroy your home. So I had to run away from a hurricane. She's having to run away from a fire. So yeah, so that's cool. That they are safe and sound, but it will be, hopefully it won't affect being able to be able to go to Pigeon Forge and Gatlinburg again next year, like you wanted to go back.
Well, the idea, I don't even know if we're gonna have the rod runs now. Because of those fires now, I don't even know if they're even gonna have them now.
Maybe not for a bit.
I was supposed to, as of I think I need to get hold with Joy and find out, because I'm supposed to go with Joy and Donnie as of April the 7th through the 9th or through the 10th or something like that. The rod runs that weekend.
Yeah.
And now with all these fires, I don't even know. I don't even know if they're even.
I bet you Joy don't even know yet until the fire's knocked down and they.
Well, from what I saw just a little while ago, there's still one pretty well active right now.
Right.
Fire's still going.
Yeah, so until it's all over and they assess the damage, they're just not going to know. They're not going to know how bad it is and what it's going to affect.
I know Joy's been updating me with things here and there.
That's good.
And things. And
well, that looked like a lot of fun when you went, and all the Christmas lights, and it was like, I want to go there too.
And, yeah, Joy and Donnie, and I think a few others. I know there's the guy named Cousin Eddie that's in their chats a lot. He's I think we're getting a cabin somewhere. We were supposed to get a cabin somewhere and spend that weekend. And I think a few others was coming to join as well, but I don't know about that now.
Yeah, that's all up in the air.
That's what I'm figuring because of all these fires.
Yeah. Definitely sad. I hate it when we lose.
I don't think in my condition, I don't think I'd be able to move fast enough to get
away if you needed to. Probably not.
You would have to have somebody pick you up and move you that way.
Yeah. Pick you up and grab you and run.
Yeah.
So, did I send you what day I figured out would be a good day to have the meetup? It was in the middle of
You
the
talking about Disney?
Yeah. The meetup in Disney Springs.
Let's see here. Maybe I must have accidentally deleted it. Didn't mean
Good morning, astute tourist. How are you?
Good morning, there, astute tourist. That's Jimmy.
Hi, Jimmy. It'll take me a few times to get used to your name. I'm sorry. I'm not the greatest person in memorizing names. Takes me a bit. I have such bad memory. Why I write everything down. Well, if not, Kenny, I'll send it to you again. You got so many people asking you about this meetup and that meetup and this meetup and plans. How do you keep it all straight?
Well, you know, and two, with gas prices, I don't think many people are gonna wanna pay some of those high dollar prices for the rigs. I mean,
Well, some of the gas prices, I was listening in Ron's chat, some have gone down 30 cents in different parts of the country.
$4.50 here for regular gas.
Oh, that's high. That's high, William.
$4.50 for regular gas.
William
yeah,
said
it's about
$4.50 for regular.
it's a little over $4 here. I of course I don't burn regular gas in anything we use because our vehicles has gotten used to one's gotten used to using mid grade and one's gotten used to using high test, and so I put
Oh my goodness. Do you see what a Stuter said? 80-gallon tank. I'm worried about affording the gas. Do you have a truck? Like a
80-gallon tank. That's in that's probably his RV rig.
yeah.
That's what I'm thinking.
You got a class. You got a class 1, class A. I mean.
My friend's truck has a 32-gallon thing in it, and $87 to fill it up.
Yeah, your RV. So you're not going very far, are you?
Class A 35 foot. Okay.
Yeah.
I can imagine.
Well, my bus is going to be between 30 and 35 feet, so it'll probably be like an 80-gallon
Yeah.
tank.
I know I filled up the
It'll be diesel.
yeah. I know I filled up the truck the other day, and
How much?
it cost me about $44 to fill up the truck, and that was at a half a tank.
Yeah.
I told my dad, I said, at the price of gas, I said, because I said I'm one of these that don't want to spend. I don't want to spend $100 in gas. I said I don't want that thing getting no lower than a half a tank. I told my dad, I said, we better fill that thing up when it starts getting down there to half a tank. We better fill up.
Yeah.
Because I said at the price of gas, it's going to be about. Because I put high test in the truck, and high test here, it's about $4.79 a gallon. So
Right. Well, I have a side hustle that I'll be doing when I get the bus. A side hustle that's just going to pay for gas.
yeah. Of course, in a bus, you'll put diesel in it. They won't use gas.
Right. Right. But diesel's higher than gas anyway.
Yeah. And the parts are a lot higher too than gasoline parts. Because I know.
Yeah, it depends. I have my niece's husband works for a school district, and he gets like refurbished parts and stuff. So I just have to go see him when I need it taken care of, and so I won't be paying a diesel mechanic at a big overhead shop. I'll be paying my niece's husband, who owns his own shop in the country. You know what I mean? Off in the boondocks. So I'll have a little bit of an advantage that way. Which kind of helps to have people in your family who can do that.
I was telling somebody, they're talking about gas and how bad groceries have gotten. I was telling somebody the other day, it's going to get to where everybody, I think, is going to have to find a way to grow their own vegetables, to grow their own.
Produce, at least, yeah.
Because you go into a grocery store, you, one or two bags, you're going to spend at least for 1-2 bags of groceries, you're going to spend anywhere between $20, $25, $30 easily. Or more. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, we bought $200 worth of groceries, but I get my meat from a wholesaler. And so we bought $200 worth of groceries that will last us almost 2 months.
Yeah.
But I'm like, I have learned all the ins and outs of trying all different ways of getting things a lot cheaper than a lot of people do. You know what I mean?
Yeah. We don't have, the sad part here is we don't have the room to have our own garden. So,
Yeah.
and I, another thing too is we got too many wild animals running loose, dogs, cats, things, and even pigs. Let's put it this way: the guy that had the pigs used to have them running loose and everything. I don't know if he must have got rid of them all or something, but that they break through that fence and they'd be, and I mean, these were big boar. They had the horns and everything on them, and I mean, and yeah, and he asked us one time if they got loose again, and he asked us one time, "You want to kill it? You feel free to go right ahead and kill it." I'm like, "Yeah, mm-hmm." As sure as I did that, you'd be all over us like stink on you know what.
Probably. We have wild pigs here, and coyotes, and roadrunners, and raccoons, and armadillo, and rattlesnakes, and you name it, tarantulas, and scorpions.
Yeah.
But I have a little bit of room to have a garden. I'm gonna do a container garden. Yeah, javelinas are mean, and so on. Wild boars are mean. We have chickens. We have goats. My landlord has chickens, goats, and ducks. We have deer. We don't have bear that I've seen. I know farther north in Texas there's bear, but not down here. Up past Roy, I think. I mean Ron, not Roy. Ron. Oh my goodness. So Ron went longer. I wasn't sure, so I just figured I'll just aim for 1 o'clock.
He went for 2.5, a little over 2.5 hours, almost 3.
Yeah. Well, I want to give him the option of stopping whenever he wants. So I figure if he starts at 10 and I come on at 1, then, he can go, okay, I'm done. Go on over to Lorraine's. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And you never know who's up. I mean, people are insomniacs like us, and then there's people who work during the day. I mean, work during the night and sleep during the day. And they're at work or getting ready for work, and they want to listen to something. Oh yeah, they eat anything. They'll strip your land completely bare. A stew tourist says, and they're hungry.
I mean, we,
Oh, a stew tourist says, up in the Northeast. I'm from Boston, James. So yeah, New Hampshire, Vermont, Maine. I'm used to all that. Black bear and Canada, Eastern Nova Scotia, and Eastern Canada. So yeah, I'm well aware of moose and bear and deer and coyotes, and they got coyotes up there too. Go ahead, Kenny. I'm sorry.
but yeah, them. But he said he was tired of fighting with them pigs, and he told us go ahead and kill them. Let's do it. And I'm like, yeah, sure. Because he said we could do that. I'd still be afraid to take a chance because he'd probably come back later on and say, why'd you kill my pigs for?
Yeah. Well, if he wanted to do that, he should have just took them to the processor, had them processed, and then gave out the bacon and some hams to everybody instead of saying, "Oh, go ahead and shoot them." He should have just called the butcher and have them come get them and process them, and then gave them away to the neighbors for the aggravation of having to put up with them. Yeah, that's what my brother did. He had a pig pen that he couldn't keep secure. Finally, he just said, I can't keep chasing these pigs. I'm too old. And I said, well, then call the processor. So he called the processor and pulled up with a truck and everything. We had more than what we could handle, so we gave it out to the neighbors that didn't have any. There are a lot of people out there that are hungry that could use.
Sleep is calling. I'm gonna head out to bed, my friends.
Good night, William.
Good night, William.
We'll see you again next time. So, yeah. So that means from now till the cruise, do you got any other meetups or plans?
No, not really. I will say I am going to try to plan my own meetup here, somewhere in the area.
Well, you sounded like you got a good place with that Davy Crockett.
But the thing is that I'm still waiting on to hear back from them because they talk like that nobody'd be allowed to film. Nobody'd be allowed to video.
Oh yeah.
They said nobody'd be allowed to video without that. Nobody'd be allowed to video without that special permit. They had to get that special permit to video first.
Yeah.
I'm thinking, well,
federal lands.
Like camping therapy, the way camping therapy talks, she goes there all the time and films, and she don't have no permit.
No problems.
Yeah. So I don't know if that's something new that they just started or what.
Other than kind of around the campfires and in each other's trailers and maybe a few hikes, who's going to be filming that much? You know what I mean? They're not going to be going up to other hikers and filming other hikers or anything. They're not going to be bugging anybody. Not like
Well,
you're doing a documentary or
yeah.
anything.
YouTube, YouTubers out there is just a YouTube beat up, and YouTubers usually go out and video and film things to put on their channel so they'll have content.
Yeah, it's just wildlife and hiking and good night. I'll talk to you later.
Good night,
What happened?
this tours. But yeah, I don't know what that deal is. I really don't. I did, like I said, I did ask him. I asked him a question. I said, "Do y'all allow vans there?" I did ask them that. I said, "Do y'all allow vans?" Because I said, "Now I do know that there's going to be some that's going to be coming there that's not going to have any of those hookups or have any." I said, "Y'all, I mean, y'all." Um, and I said, "Yeah." I said, "But what we do is we usually just put them in there in the section where they do have water and electric hookups. We put them in that section,
Right.
even though the vans may not have hookups, but they still put them in that section anyway."
Well, yeah.
But I said, "Yeah, I mean, what's the, because I
Well,
told them,
see, they usually have some sort of gravel or some sort of flat level platform for the vans to be
because
on, and then
yeah,
tents can be out on in a field.
in a tent site, yeah.
Right. So they don't want to necessarily have vans out in a tent field.
Yeah.
I have family who own a campground in New Hampshire, but they don't. Their rules are really strict. They don't allow nothing for nothing. But I learned from them, how some of these
Well,
campgrounds can be.
well, like I was saying earlier, I feel like that if I invite everybody to a meetup, they should be allowed to bring whatever they have. And I feel like if I can't get to where I can't let people come because they don't have certain things that the campground is wanting, I feel like that's to me. I feel like that's discrimination because I feel like that's
I think that's why Bob Wells decided to use BML land, because with BML land, it doesn't matter what they're in.
I feel like that's wrong to not to let certain people camp and not let the others camp. You know what I'm saying?
Well, anytime you deal with the state or the federal government, you're going to have restrictions. And then anytime you're working with a private campground, you're going to have
Well,
restrictions.
I learned real quick from private.
Right. You're going to have restrictions there too. So,
I learned. Well, see, I learned from private. I learned about the private. Private, they can do whatever they want. They can change the rules anytime they want, with or without warning.
right. That's my brother and sister-in-law. They're a private campground and they make up their rules. And some of them are just, they regret making some of the rules and change them later on. But they had to live and learn. You know,
because and like I was like I and then I asked him. I said, I was under the impression. I said, do you all accept 45 feet rigs? Because I said I do know that some of those RV channels that really wanted to meet me in Mayberry that happened last year really wanted to meet me in Mayberry, but I didn't get to go. I said some of those they're gonna have 45 feet rigs, and they said yeah we do accommodate 45 feet rigs. So I said that made me feel good about that. But they said the only issue that I'm running into is right now is they're saying that nobody is going to be allowed to film, and that's not good.
so that's kind of crazy.
uh, because that's going to kind of
I could see him saying no drones because drones can fall on people and be dangerous. But no, they're going to stop everybody with a phone who takes a picture of a flower or a video of a bird flying by or a fish jumping in a stream. How can they moderate that? How can they monitor that? You know what I mean?
it's crazy. And
It makes no sense.
like I said, I want people. Like I said, when I have my meetup, I want people to be able to bring, because I know and realize that that may be the only thing that certain people can afford. Whatever that they have that they can afford
Right.
at the time, at the moment, or whatever. I want people to be able to bring whatever they have, whether it's a van, a car, truck, whatever, a tent, a 45-foot rig, 35-foot,
Yeah, I have a huge tent in storage. Probably no good now. It's probably all full of dry rot
Yeah.
because we put it in there before the hurricane, so it's probably no good. But you know, we have a choice of tent camping or wait and get the bus because we have nothing else unless we rented a camper.
Yeah.
You know?
But
You want people to be free to have a good time and go with what they got and just
yeah,
and not worry and just relax and have a good
but
time.
I still want to be able to. I still want to, at the same time too. I still want to follow the campground rules at the same time as well.
Oh yeah, yeah,
And
and you should, and you should. You just have to be either find out if that's really a rule or if they just didn't understand what you were talking about and misconstrued what you said, or if that's really the rule and you need to find someplace else. It's a lot of work. Planning all this stuff isn't easy.
and
It's a
see,
lot of work.
you got to plan it in advance so you can get your schedule out there, and so people can start making reservations.
Right. And the
Because
farther out you make it, the easier.
you don't want people making reservations for the last minute.
Right. Yep.
Because they have to be able to, and you also have to let the campground know how many people you think will be coming.
Right. Right.
That's the reason why I haven't really done an update video yet, because I haven't heard back from that campground to find out if they're going to allow video. I'm going to call them tomorrow, or today actually.
Yeah, later
on this morning, and find out if because I don't want to get myself knocked out of other campgrounds.
Yeah, if you leave with a good reputation, you'll get accepted more. Because they gossip between themselves. Trust me. The
Like,
campgrounds gossip to other campgrounds.
I don't want to have a bad experience like I did with that one.
Yeah, no, you don't. Because then they went and they kind of made it so you couldn't go anywhere
Yep. So,
because they gossiped.
yep. I can't even make a hotel reservation in that town.
That's ridiculous. It's funny. I wanted to go there, but now I don't. Like I grew up watching that show. I won't say the name, but the show associated with that town.
Yeah.
And I wanted to look and be like, oh, this is cool. I remember this and that and this and that. Now I don't really want to go. Because all I'll think about is how bad they treated you.
I mean, that was.
That was the thing. We're past it. Now we just got to work on what we're doing from now on.
Move on to the
Move on to the next thing, right?
Yeah. So.
Chalk it down as experience and move on. Learn from it.
Yeah, well, that's one experience I definitely will not forget.
I don't think a bunch of us will forget that one. Yep. So I'm gonna go for maybe another half an hour. I'm getting stiff and starting to hurt. I get all sore up in here. I stayed up too late last night. And then I slept in.
Yeah. Well, it's like I was told that could have got told over in where I went to Silver Dollar City too, and that could get me knocked out of there as well.
Really? You think so?
If I'm not careful. Yeah.
Well, don't say anything about anything then.
That's what I was. Yeah.
You know where I want to go is Dollywood. Even though it's real touristy, I kind of want to go there.
But like I said, I have learned the difference between state and federal and private campgrounds. Private means that they can make up whatever rules they want to and change them anytime they want to, with or without warning.
Yep.
And
they can walk up because they don't like you, or
yeah,
and they say, all right, you get 10 minutes to pack up and leave.
Yep. And if you don't leave, you're gonna
You'll be trespassing. Yeah.
Yep. You're gonna be caught for trespassing.
Yeah. So,
but and then the state, they have to go by what the state tells them, and then federal, they have to go by what the government tells them.
Right.
So, yeah, that's the difference. So, for anybody out there that's new to the camping world, I highly recommend taking our advice.
Check into all the little.
Yeah, make sure you
the do's and don'ts of everything.
Yep.
They'll get you.
Yep.
And not all of them are the same.
And nope.
And if you can get it all in writing, then you're even better off.
Yep.
A lot of places when you sign in, they have rules and regulations paperwork that they give you. Some don't, but if you can get that rules and regulations in your grubby little
I
hand,
mean, if I had the land, if I had a piece of land, I wouldn't mind having it right here. If I had the land for it, but I don't have the land for it.
yeah,
And
not many of us do. That's why we're travelers.
if I had the land, and it would be my rules, and I'd say come as you are, no matter what. You can bring your car, your motorcycle, whatever you got,
Yep, yep.
and just and
As
it
long as
doesn't.
they clean up and leave it
As long
neater
as
and better than what
my
they.
only rule would be, as long as you clean up after yourself and clean up your area, and also no negativity and no drama and stuff like that.
Well, you're gonna get that whether you say that or not. You're gonna
Yeah.
get that.
Yeah, but
Not everybody's gonna get along. You're gonna have to just.
yeah.
And then, especially if somebody is drinking and gets
Well, positivity. Try to keep it
positive.
positive. Uplifting.
Yeah, kind of follow Dee's example. She tries, but things can get out of hand. And she's not spring chicken.
Yeah.
But everything went fairly good for her, and it's the respect that people showed her.
Yes, I had a blast with everybody out there in Quartzsite with Dee and things. So, and I look forward to doing that again sometime in the near future. I hope to next time I come out there. I hope to have that 8540 Carnal Line E150 out there. I don't know how it's going to like that climate weather, but.
Well, meeting Dee is on my bucket list.
I don't know how it's going to really because as far as I know, I don't think that van's ever seen. I don't think that van's ever seen the desert. So, and I think you do when you go to a different climate like that. I think you have to do some adjusting on the carburetor.
It might run a little more rich or whatever, but I'm not sure. You might have to adjust it, maybe not. Sometimes
I know right now you don't have to. You only pet that accelerator about. I don't even when in the cold. I don't even use the choke hardly. I've got one of them manual chokes.
Yeah.
So I don't even hardly have to use that choke. I just put the accelerator about once or twice, and that thing,
fires right up.
Fires right up. So
yeah.
But now you don't want to sit there and pump it 3 or 4 or 5, 6. You don't want to pump it that many times because you'll flood it. And if you flood it, you ain't never gonna get that thing cranked.
Well, you can. It's just got to dry out.
You gotta wait till it sits there and evaporates.
About an hour or two, it usually. As long as you don't touch the gas again, and you just, yeah.
I remember one time my dad flooded one so bad. One time my cousin had to come out there,
pull all the plugs and wipe them all down.
Pull all the plugs out, blow that gas out of it, My cousin even told my dad. He said, "Do not touch that celery."
Yeah.
And my cousin asked, he said, "You touched that celery?" He said, "No, I didn't touch the celery, but I poured gas down the carburetor." We said, "That's even worse. Poured gas down the carburetor." He never could crank that thing.
Oh my gosh.
And so my cousin had to pull all the plugs out, blow all that gas out, put all the plugs back in, points back in, and he and
You
turned
might
the
as
key.
well just let that car set for a day.
He turned the key and that thing fired right up. I mean, as soon as it didn't even touch. And words out of my dad's mouth was, he said, "This car don't like me. This car likes my cousin."
Lucky you didn't blow it up, blow a rod. Oh my god.
But yeah,
Poor Pa.
I'm like, that's the reason why I had to tell him on these other two. There was you don't want to sit there and pet that thing, and you don't want to sit there and hold it down to the floor while you're trying to turn that key and crank that thing either. Because you.
Wow, yeah, that's you gotta each car is different, it's like you learn what works for it and then you just
See,
continue starting it that way.
yeah. Well, what I like about the truck is you pet that accelerator about twice on the truck, and that turn the key and that thing fire and that fast idle kicks in, which that's good. That's what you want. You want that fast idle. You want it. It kicks in whether it's hot, cold. It don't matter what type. And
And then you leave it and let it idle down when it gets warm.
You let it sit there and idle.
Alone. Once it cranks, you let it alone and wait.
You let it sit there and idle until it gets to a good running temperature, and then you shut that fast idle off when it gets to a good running temperature. What I like about the truck is it won't let you shut that fast idle off until it actually gets to that good running temperature.
Right.
So that's a good carburetor, and I don't even think that carburetor's ever been rebuilt. I think that's still the original carburetor.
Well, that's a good carburetor. Don't touch it; you'll screw it up.
So
that means it's going in all the good places. You mix it all up. You go changing those float valves and all that. You're gonna mess it all up, and then you'll never get it started again. You'll be using a clothespin to hold the butterfly valve open just to get in enough oxygen to get it started.
Hold the choke open.
Yeah. You take off the air cover and you flip open the carburetor and put a clothespin to hold it open.
Yeah, yes. But it's got a 4-barrel carburetor on it. I think it's one of those quadrajets, I believe.
Yeah, probably, yeah. That's what my Nova was.
And
I had to change the whole carburetor, float valves, all that. The accelerator cable, because that was gummed up and sticking in the. Finally got it so that you tapped it you just went like that, tapped it, and then start it, and it went. Woo! Yeah, would start right up, high idle, and then you just let it warm up, and then it would kick back down.
Well, see, this one you got when this one you still got to kind of. This one doesn't automatically. The fast idle doesn't automatically shut off. You got to shut it off yourself when it gets to that good running temperature. But once you shut it off, though, it still stays running, though.
Yeah, it doesn't go to such a low idle that it chokes out on you.
But I sometimes scared my dad half to death one time because, like I said, it's got that straight pipe on it, and I hit that accelerator to shut that fast idle off. Oh boy! I about scared my dad's britches off of him one time.
How'd you do that?
Well, I knew it was about time for that fast idle to shut off, shut the fast idle off. And I hit that accelerator real quick. And when you tap it real quick, it revved real high for.
Yeah, and then it drops down.
Yeah.
Yep.
But yeah, and you know what it sounds. You know what a straight pipe is. It's loud. Straight pipe is, and and you mash that accelerator real quick, and it gets pretty loud. That, and it scares him.
Would have been worse if you pressed it like fast, but not fast enough, and it backfired.
Well, the timing is set a little high on it. You can get to go on a certain speed, and you can hear that thing. You can hear it backfiring as you're going down. You can let off accelerator a little bit.
So it
And
goes
then-
blah, 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 blah,
Yeah.
like that. Yeah.
Yeah, you can hear it popping, and it has gotten to where it's really been, I thought, man, if this thing literally backfired, went kapow, it'd sound like a cannon going off.
Oh yeah, they do. Oh yeah. You roll down the window, and when it backfires, you roll down the window and yell, "I'm just running moonshine."
Yeah, because like I said, that's all that thing has got. It's running straight headers and it's running headers and straight pipe from the headers all the way back almost to the tailgate, and that's all that thing's got. It ain't got no muffler, no catalytic converter, no nothing.
No wonder why. Yeah. Man, that must be loud, man.
But I love the way them straight pipes talk to you as you're going down the highway.
Oh yeah. You're a hot rod guy then.
I'm on to do the van that way. I'm on to cut the catalytic converter off and put either straight pipes or dual exhaust,
Yes.
and have that rumble. Have that rumble sound.
Resonator. Yeah, resonator. So you get the boom, 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 boom. Yeah.
Yeah.
It was pretty cool. Yeah.
Yeah, I love the sound of a dual exhaust, especially on a V8 engine. A V8 engine.
And that's purring. And that will be purring.
Yeah, my mechanic, he does exhaust work. But the thing is, if you want the catalytic converter off, you have to take it off yourself or find somebody else to take it off for you, because it's actually illegal to let a mechanic shop take the catalytic converter off. So you have to be able to, I've got, I forgot where, I wish I knew what we did with we bought a hacksaw at Lowe's to cut that off with, and I can't figure out what we're doing with it. But yeah, that's what I want to do this spring and summer is cut that catalytic converter off, put dual exhaust, either dual or straight pipes, one of the two. And
That'll be cool.
yeah,
Get that van done up first.
huh,
Get the van all done up first. You know, the way you need it for traveling.
yeah. The truck, it already came like that when we bought it, so I'm leaving it like it is. I'm not gonna mess with it.
Right. Well, that sounds like some fun projects. So you got all summer with stuff to do so that you'll keep busy and you won't have to worry about meetups. You know, that 6 months till the cruise comes is just going to fly by.
Yeah.
Before you know it. I keep thinking about that. Ugh.
Yeah, well, we're already into the 4th month already. Almost here.
6 months, yeah.
Yeah,
We're almost in April.
yeah, the 4th month.
Then May, June, July, August, September, October. So, yeah, we're well on our way. This year's going to fly by.
And then we'll be in 2023.
Whole new year. Hopefully things have straightened out by then. That we're all past all this baloney that's going on right now.
Yeah, I'm hoping that the numbers will be down.
Yeah, I'm ready to live a normal life, not this life of worrying, you know, who's got what, who's giving what to who, and who's trying to kill who, and whether we're going to have food enough tomorrow or be in a world war again. Or I'm so sick of all this baloney.
Yeah. But
Guess when you get as old as I am, you worry about that a lot. I don't know. I guess younger people worry about it, but some don't even think about it. They're like, oh well, it'll all work out.
well, I know I get kind of. I know my dad's getting up there in years, and you know.
Yeah, you've got a lot to plan for. You know, a lot of preparation ahead of time. Make sure that you know where you're going from there. I'm not saying, you know, anything's going to happen to Pa, but you got to be ready for when the inevitable does come around. You know,
when that time does come around.
sadly, it comes around for all of us.
Yeah.
But yeah,
At least one good thing about it is that the vehicles and stuff is already in my name, so.
well, yeah, you got all that and everything. It's just
And the house is already in my name, so I still got. I mean, the trailer. I mean.
right. All that's taken care of.
Yeah.
But there's more than more to life after that than you realize. You know, he won't be there to ask him what to do. You know, you're gonna be there and you're gonna have to manage. You know, you got to be a very independent
Person.
Learn how to cook the best you can. Learn how to clean the house the best you can.
Well, I've been trying because I had a program that I was in. They used to back before I started college. They would come once a week, and they would mop, sweep the floors. They'd do whatever I want them to do.
Yeah.
But they
What?
wouldn't.
How come you ended up off that program?
Well, because they couldn't work around my schedule. They couldn't work around my college schedule.
Well, what about now?
I can't find out. I can't find out. And I didn't have to pay nothing then.
Right. You shouldn't have to.
But see, most places now they charge $300 a month.
Yeah, but it should be covered by your Medicare.
It's not. It's not.
But it was before.
I'm not sure how it was paid for, but all I remember is that I had to sign a paper when the lady come and she filled out everything that she did that day and and I had to sign the initials agreeing to that I was saying that I was satisfied with everything that she did.
Right. It's a caregiver, and then they won't get paid if you don't sign that paper. Now, your doctor can tell.
This wasn't a caregiver. This was actually a cleaning agency.
Cleaning agency.
It's a cleaning service type. It's to help people like myself with disabilities, because I'm personally not able to mop the floor and try to walk with a walker at the same time. You know what I'm saying?
You can sit and mop. I can show you how to sit and mop, because I have to sit and mop. I can't stand up and mop. I'll fall down.
Yeah, I've been, but
it's more work.
Yeah.
When you go to the doctors, ask them what services you qualify for caregivers. Because the doctor can order you a care provider based on your needs. Did you know that?
Well, I know Camping Therapy. She gave me a thing a while back. About it goes by your county.
Right.
And it's an agency. I forget what they call it. First something aid something agent. I don't even remember.
Well, Becky was a caregiver for me when I was in a wheelchair.
I wish I could remember
before I could do a lot on my own. And what I did is I talked to my doctor and told her what I could and couldn't do, and then she wrote out a care program for me, and then I had to call an agency, a caregiver agency, and they would put it through Medicare, and then they sent a caregiver out for the allotted amount of hours that the doctor said I needed help with. And they said that I needed help with, back then, I needed help with cleaning, mopping, doing dishes, starting dinner.
And see, that they won't do no more than what you tell them to do.
Well, mine wouldn't do any more than what the doctor said I needed.
Yeah. Oh, I can't even get.
It all came from my doctor.
It's First Tennessee something. But anyway, I had called First Tennessee Area Agency on Aging and Disability.
Right.
That's what it is.
And you called them, did you?
I called them and they said that there was they took some information, that they wanted some information about health history and things like that, and I told them, and things. I told them it's for me and Dad both, because I said we're really both not really physically.
One of you are able, no.
Uh,
Neither one of you are able.
to really do what needs to be done, and they said, well, they took some information on both of us, and they said that there was a long waiting list, but I never did hear back from them. They said I may or may not hear back, and that was a good while. I haven't heard back since.
Yeah, you got to keep on them. What about the VA? Doesn't Paul use the VA?
They don't provide anything.
They don't provide anything like that.
They don't provide anything like that either.
Nothing like that either. That's crazy. But just because
most cleaning agencies that I've actually called,
oh yeah,
most of them, like I said, they want $300 a month. They want $300 a month or more just to come out once a week.
right.
To and I'm thinking,
What happens with the caregiver companies is there's a high turnover. People don't stay very long. So that's what makes the waiting list longer.
yeah,
And then people don't want to do that job. You know what I mean? There's so many people who are like, I don't want to be a caregiver. I don't want to be a caregiver.
yeah.
You know what I mean? So it's kind of a catch-22. And then each state is a little bit different. The lady that took care of me when Rebecca stopped taking care of me because she had to do something else, she worked at Rebecca ended up working at a nursing home. The lady who took care of me was taking care of 7 other people. So it was like she was running like a chicken with her head cut off.
Yep.
And barely making enough to survive off of.
But I mean, that last one, I just wish I could think of that name of that company that I worked with the last time, because I thought maybe about going back to them, but I can't figure out what the actual name.
You don't have none of the paperwork anywhere?
No.
It's your fault.
They kept all that stuff. And see, but what I was going to tell you was that the people that I had before, all I had to do was just sign that paper agreeing that I was happy with everything that they did. And every 6 months or so, they would send out that person's boss, and they would do an evaluation on that person, asking me if I was happy with that person.
Yeah, that's what happened with me. The company was called Angel Bright, and they sent out the caregiver, and then every 6 months they'd send out someone to do an evaluation.
Yeah.
And all that. And it all stemmed from my doctor giving me a letter, and then I had to find my own caregiver company. And in the phone book, there was a list of companies that accepted Medicaid. And then I would call them and submit the Medicaid form, and then they would assign a caregiver to me. And they would bring the caregiver and the supervisor to my house and do an initial evaluation, and then the the caregiver would start the next day. And I live out in Boondock, Texas, but and she had to drive quite a ways, like 45 minutes to get here from where she lived.
Mm.
But
But
I was down to like, I think it was 2 hours a day, 8 hours a week or something. And it got to a point where I was able to take care of myself. So I just didn't need the service anymore. And then now if I have, let's say I have another stroke or I have another heart attack or I have a seizure that makes me not able, then I go through the process again. I go back to my doctor. My doctor says, yeah, you need help again. Here's your letter. Let's get you a caregiver. Call the caregiver company. And I probably call Angel Bright again because their caregivers are halfway decent. And then I would give them the paperwork or fax the paperwork or drop it off. And then the whole process would start again. I have to do the same thing for my wheelchairs.
Hmm.
And any, my oxygen machine, what I was supposed to be on a CPAP machine, all that, any kind of special medical equipment. That's what I got to go through every time.
yeah, but I mean, I don't know. It's just, I just know I did not have to pay anything out of pocket when I had that service.
Yeah, I didn't either. I didn't pay for any of it. It was covered. I couldn't afford a cleaning service.
Yeah, I know, 300. Now I could do it. I could do it monthly, but
Yeah,
uh,
that's
they
a lot.
they would only come once a month, and that'd be I could do it monthly for $90 for once a month. I'd only see them once a month.
Right. Yeah, whenever there's a waiting list, you got to keep calling back because you get lost in the paperwork otherwise. Because they have a lot of applicants every day. It's something you got to keep on top of yourself. It's a shame you couldn't, they just don't. I wish they would assign a social worker who took care of all that for us, but they don't. They leave it up to us to do it. I had to do it for both my parents too. When my mother needed a medical bed,
Mm-hmm.
I had to get the letter from the doctor, call the medical supply company, fax over the prescription for the medical bed, pick one out, have it ordered, have it delivered, and then when she was done with it, I had to call them back and have them come get it because it was like a lease program.
Mm-hmm.
It's a lot of work. It's a lot of being on the phone and keeping up with these people because they don't care if you slip through the crack.
Yeah, I had a couple of I had a couple of cleaning people that would come out here, and they would actually have me before they even did the work. They would have me sign the paper before.
Before even doing the work,
Yeah,
I wouldn't do that.
I did that. I told him one day that I did that to a person one time. I told him I wasn't gonna sign it until they did the work, and she called their boss and said, "What you done telling my client that he can't sign my paperwork before uh, doing the work." Boy, she laid in. She laid into her boss like crazy.
Oh yeah,
Then the boss laid into her.
yeah. They wanna do that, and then they don't do everything they should. I had that happen, and you know what the lady did?
And the evaluation, the person that come out and do the evaluation, she told me, said never sign before the people do the work, because if you sign before they do the work, you ain't got no way of
Of proving otherwise. You got no recourse if they don't do the work.
yeah.
They could turn around, walk out the door, and leave you just the way they walked in,
Yeah.
and you couldn't say a thing about it. Yeah, I refused to sign the paper one time, and the lady took all my prescriptions and dumped them in the dishwater. I called the cops.
Yeah.
And she got in big trouble.
I'd say so.
That was thousands of dollars of medication. She took off all the covers and poured them in the dishwater
Wow.
because I wouldn't sign the paper. It
Was-
ended up the district attorney took her to court. Not only did she get in trouble, but she got in trouble for harming a disabled person.
harming a disabled person?
Yeah, because I needed that medication.
Well, I know I'm gonna do that from here on out. I'm gonna, if somebody, I'm gonna say I'm not gonna sign that until you.
Well, if you can find a way of finding out how to get that service again, call your doctor, ask your doctors. Your doctor might have a list of, you need a prescription or a referral for a caregiver service. And that's what it was a referral for a caregiver service. Then you call caregiving services. You Google it, and maybe you might find a good one and set it up. And if there's a waiting list, then you just got to keep calling. Once a week, once a month. Where am I on that waiting list? How many people are ahead of me? You bug in their ear, they pay attention.
They pretty soon get tired of getting called by the same person.
That's their job, though. Don't matter. Their job is to get you the services you need. They can't argue or shun you away because you're trying to make sure you're getting the service you need. So they can't just drop you off the list. They'll be in trouble. Try different caregiving companies. Once you get that referral, try a bunch of different companies. And because there was Angel Bright, there was like 5 or 6 companies that I could choose from, and if I wasn't happy with one, I could jump to the other. So there's got to be a couple around you somewhere. And so have your doctor refer you for services, and then call a couple of different caregiving services and then get on all their lists if there's a list following, and then just keep up with it. Because neither one of you can do that work all by yourself. You need help. You deserve help. And there's help out there. You just got to know how to get it.
Yep. Yeah, I was like really shocked when I called a couple of cleaning services and they told me $300 a month. I'm like, my God.
Cleaning services are expensive. The
Yeah.
caregiver services are covered by Medicaid.
Yeah.
Medicare, Medicaid.
Well, I don't know.
That's one you have.
Well, it was some type of cleaning service that I had before.
Wasn't a caregiver service.
No, it was not. It was not a caregiver service. It was some
Well,
type.
you qualify for a caregiving service. Because you're disabled, you qualify for a caregiving service, not a cleaning service. Oh well. What a strange subject we ended up on.
Yeah.
I'm gonna have to go. I'm keeping Becky up, and she's got to go to work. I'll get kind of tired.
Alrighty. I will see you somewhere around the YouTube streets.
Oh yeah, I'll be around. If you got questions about anything, and if I see anything neat to send your way, I always do.
Yeah.
All right, thanks everybody for joining us tonight. We talk about everything and anything. You just never know where our conversation's going to go. But I'll be dropping all the links in the descriptions and everything once this goes up on YouTube from StreamYard. Then I can go in and edit my descriptions and all that. Put all the links and tags and everything. So have a good night. Thank you again, Kenny. Sleep well, Papa.
Bye.
Good night.